You're all a disgrace.
Where are you from?
Are you
the enemy?
There's a problem here. We need to fix it.
I think it's a critical time that we're out here raising our voices against the war on terror. It's a critical time we're here to be protesting war criminals like Dick Cheney. It's been 5 years too long for David Hicks, and it's been 4 years too long for the Iraqi people.
This afternoon, we had a meeting with the New South Wales Police, who called us to tell us that they were withdrawing permission for us to hold tonight's demonstration. And let's not forget, that's permission that they don't even have the power to give or deny us.
We have a right to protest.
The right to demonstrate is a very basic fundamental human right, especially in a democracy.
We just want to exercise our democratic right to say no, we don't agree with this policy, and we want David Hicks to be brought home.
We've talked a lot in the anti-war movement about the desire for America to use its military might to control the Middle East in the interests of its companies.
They've gone into Iraq, and estimates of up to hundreds of thousands of people are dead. We need to take to the streets and we need to stop the murder from happening.
Terrible atrocities are happening in Afghanistan and in Iraq.
We've seen the way that Australia has tacked into this policy in an effort to dominate our own region in the Pacific and Asia.
And our government's sending more troops, and our government's doubling troops in Afghanistan as well. And we're not even allowed to march down a street.
Our Australian government is just supporting the US government. This is an illegal war, it's an unjust war, and it's an immoral war.
The only reason they can keep doing this war is because they use the cops to silence dissent.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So the cops actually are an instrument of war. They're complicit in the war.
Of a free and democratic society. This is rather all the sort of things that we hate and find repugnant about the world that we live in.
I'm completely and utterly against the war. Why? Because they're killing innocent children. Every one of us have to stand up for our rights, have to stand up for what we believe in. This is not a government that's owned by the police, it's owned by the people.
We're making a statement, the Australian people, the majority don't agree with the war, the majority of the US people don't agree with the war, and that's why I'm here to let the government know that I'm one of the people that doesn't agree.
We are with the anti-war movement who, as we speak, are occupying offices of Democrat Congress people to say, use the power that we voted to give you. Cut off funds to this illegal, immoral war.
To tell the police, to tell the government, to tell the US government that this isn't acceptable and that there are people who disagree strongly with what they're doing. And they need to expect retaliation.
I do think that even though this war has continued to go on, they know the majority of people are against it, and they need to keep hearing that over and over again so they don't think that people have become apathetic. So it's great to see people out here today, and I just felt like even though I have a one-year-old son, I had to be here. So he skipped his nap and we're here, and I'm really just proud.
The reason I'm here today is because I think a lot of people sit at home on their televisions, they listen to the radio, and they don't want war in Iraq. They know that war is not going to bring peace or democracy to anybody in the world.
They know Americans are against it too.
We have to remember that we stand shoulder to shoulder with thousands, hundreds of thousands of people all around the globe who want to get rid of war criminal George Bush.
The majority of people in Australia shares the belief that troops should not be in Iraq.
Stop, the occupations that are happening all over the world. We want all the troops home now, all of them from everywhere. And the occupations that are happening, and all of the occupations. We need to actually get out there and organise this.
We're getting phone calls from people in Albury, people in Bathurst, people in Cairns, people all over Australia who are organising on their schools, on their high schools, on their universities,
by protesting here today, we're showing everybody in Sydney that they're not alone.
We can play a role in making sure that this anti-war movement is going to go forward and build.
70-something% of people in Australia are against the war. They need to show it, they need to get behind the protests, and we need to get out of Iraq now.
We have a commitment to turning our unis and our student organisations into bases for organising all the anti-war activity. We have a commitment to turning our tutorials into discussion about the war.
Planning the big March 17th demonstration. This is an opportunity for us. There's going to be marches in over 150 cities all over the world, or more, on March 17th.
Today we have families, we have children, students, office workers, everybody. We need a huge demographic of people. We need all groups, unions, Stop the War coalitions, socialist groups, everybody. It doesn't matter. We're here for the issue of bringing the troops home and bringing peace.
We know we have the right to protest. War after war has been illegally fought by governments in this country, and what is their justification so often? It's to protect our democratic rights. Well, tonight we will protect our democratic rights. We have a right to march.
If we're all out there together with a big crowd, strong, they cannot stop us. Get out there, demonstrate March 17.
Doobie doobie na 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 na.